This is Craig, the Natural Medic, and I am up on the east side of Zion today. Zion National Park on the Mt Carmel Road, which goes through the tunnel on the east side. Built in 1930, it's 1.1 miles long, but it didn't account for the vehicles size and frequency. So we're waiting right now, according to the park ranger here in the booth, for an oversized vehicle to come through. So I guess we'll wait on that. But if you want to see what it is to go through the tunnel, and I'm going to try to do a hike on the other side of it called the Canyon Overlook Trail. That's my final hurrah for this trip and for Zion National Park. Stay tuned. Follow me through. It seems like a good place to finish out the adventure. I really wanted to do the Canyon Overlook hike on the east side of Zion, but there was no place to park. Shuttles cannot get up here because of the tunnel. I couldn't film in the tunnel, but it was built in 1930, so that gives you any idea how big it is. It's not super big. But I just want to give you a little view of the landscape here. This is a gorgeous landscape. And Zion National Park on the east side. You can see there's people walking down there. There's a riverbed down there you can walk in. And there's some fall color. Orange and red and yellow trees down there. Pretty cool. But I successfully went to all 5 parks in a week. I didn't see every single thing, but I saw a lot of things. And definitely gave me some ideas for future trips. I hope you've enjoyed the videos that have been coming out. This one's going to be short and sweet. Not sure what I'll do with this footage. But I just wanted to show you the landscape around here, because we couldn't see the trail. So here we are. I stopped at a named viewpoint here. This is Checkboard Mesa, which is right here in front of us. Originally it was called Checkboard Mountain by the 3rd Superintendent of Zion, Preston P. Partro. Interesting. Kind of hard to see with the sun facing us, but I zoomed in a little bit. It was named because of its checkerboard appearance, which is the horizontal cross-bedding of the sand dunes and vertical cracking due to expansion and contraction of the sandstone. Also here that says that there's bighorn sheep that you might see between the tunnel entrance and the tunnel and the east entrance. Might see some bighorn sheep on the way out. We'll see. I know the sky looks really cloudy. But I'm at the east entrance station on Mt Carmel Road. I spoke to one of the rangers manning the fee booths here, which are pretty nice in there. They're able to do those pretty. They're able to hang out pretty nicely in there. But she said that the trail I wanted to do, which was the Canyon Overlook Trail, is her favorite. She said that it's a really hard one to get parking for because how busy and popular the park is. But she said January is a good time to do it. That is probably cold enough and icy enough. You might need spikes to do it during that time. But I'm definitely going to try to do that. It says Zion Canyon on this sign. 11 miles and 12 miles to the Campground Visitor Center. I think it's to the main part of the park. Someday I'm going to do this Canyon Overlooks Trail. Let's look at some overview of the park itself. This map shows you overall not everything that I saw, but a lot of the things that I saw over the course of the last week. The Moab area is not on there, so Canyonlands and Arches are not on there. But I made my way from the east side of Utah. This is Arizona down here at the bottom. And over here is where I am right now. On the east side of Zion is this part of Utah, southwestern Utah. So immediately to the northeast, you have Bryce Canyon. It's right here. Okay. To the southeast of there, Kodachrome Basin. Visited both of those places. I did drive past Goblin Valley, which is outside of Hanksville up there. That's also where Long Dong Silver is, in that area somewhere. I don't think it's in Goblin Valley, but it's adjacent. It's somewhere between Highway 24 and Goblin Valley is where Long Dong Silver is. If you haven't heard of that, look it up. Capitol Reef, of course, is there. You see it's a long linear park, and it connects with Glen Canyon right there to the south. We'll be driving through Glen Canyon today on the way back to Farmington, New Mexico. You can see some interesting sights there on the sign. You have Coral Pink Sand Dunes, which I have not been to. Snow Canyon I have been to. Got a video on that one. Cedar Breaks I have been to. Got a video on that one from snowshoeing back in February of this year. Goblin Valley I've not been to. Pipe Spring I have been to, but I don't think I ever filmed anything there. Bryce Canyon, got some videos coming up on that. Anasazi State Park, which I have not been to. Bryce Canyon, yes. Anasazi, no. Anyway, here's a map of, or a distance to places you want to go. I'm going to Page on the way back to Farmington, so I'm 104 miles from Page and 30 miles from Kanab. I'll go through both of those towns today as I go back. If you didn't see yesterday, the overview map of the park here, the main part of the park, I'm actually up here where it says "You are here," east entrance. I went all the way to the temple of Sinawava, then up to the lodge and did the middle, upper and lower emerald pools. Then I went back out. Been a good trip overall. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Think about subscribing if you want to see more videos. There's more coming, more adventures, and hope you'll follow me. Definitely appreciate you watching, and I'll see you out there on the trail. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to drop those below, or send me a message if you're on the podcast listening on the audio. Click on that link that says "Send me a message" and let me know what you're thinking. Bye. Till next time, folks, I'm coming at you from the east side of Zion National Park. I will see you out on the trail. Bye-bye.